This is the DJ Henderson podcast. Today's guest is an Orlando, Florida native who I've known and competed against for many years. After a standout high school basketball career, he graduated from Windermere High School and is currently a sophomore at Florida Gulf Coast University. Dakota Rivers, welcome to the show, bro.
Yo, thanks for having me, man.
No problem. Thank you for being a part of this. I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Tell everybody where you're from and how you grew up.
From Orlando, Florida, born and raised. Basically, I started playing basketball when I was around like 4 or 5 years old, but it was just like in a little YMCA rec center. And then I didn't really start playing AAU until I was like 11 or 12. So I was kind of like late on that because most people be playing when they're like 8 and 9, but like stuff like that. But I was super late on that. But I'm happy that I got the opportunity to even play AAU, so that's good.
When you first started playing basketball, who were like some people that you just watched that you loved to watch when you first started?
It's weird. So I'm from Orlando, so like the way I play is like totally the opposite of who he is. Like I like Dwight Howard. Like I used to love Dwight Howard. Like he was just complete. He was like a complete role model to everyone in Orlando. So like especially when we went to the finals back in 2009, like that was huge for us. So Dwight Howard was like the very first player I ever like looked up to. Like I had a poster of Dwight Howard. Like people don't buy Dwight Howard posters, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is how much I liked him. So,
I mean, I'm not from Orlando, but I'm from Tampa. I used to like Dwight Howard too, honestly. Just like Dwight Howard, he's a first year Hall of Famer. He was crazy when he was in Orlando. Like he basically like did it all himself on defense. Like
yeah,
super.
Yeah, he was different. And then like that team wasn't even like supposed to be there. Like it was honestly like surprising like how he got that team to the finals anyway. So I don't know. My head goes out to him though. Take my head off for him. No cap.
People sleep on Dwight Howard, NBA champ now. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now he's for sure going to the Hall of Fame.
For sure, 100%. When did you know that basketball was just what you wanted to do?
Well, I was taller than everybody when I was like 8, 9 years old. Like I remember me like always being the tallest until like I got to middle school. I kind of like slowed down a little bit. Then I started growing a lot faster. Like I remember in 4th grade, I was like already like 5 feet, like 5'2", something like that. So that's pretty tall for a 4th grader. Like if you think about it. So then like I kind of slowed down a lot. Then my biggest growth spurt was from 7th to 8th grade. I went from 5'8" to 6'2". So that's when I was like, all right, I need to probably stick to basketball. I used to play football for a little bit, and then I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that.
I think we met probably like maybe 2 years after that, because when I met you, you were probably about like 6'4", 6'5" ish. Like,
yeah.
Still like we both were. I was probably 6'3", 6'4", around that same kind of height. But I see on a couple of days ago, I was watching the YouTube videos from like an old camp we were at. We were playing against each other. Like I remember like just meeting, playing camp, stuff like that. What was your like AAU experience like when you actually did start to play AAU?
When I started playing AAU, it was actually pretty tough. Like I wasn't good like at all. Like I used to be like uncoordinated. I couldn't shoot, dribble, nothing. Like I was slow. Like I couldn't do nothing. So then like when I grew, it was like big for me because like I lacked athleticism at the time, and then I really didn't know how much work I needed to put in. So like when I realized like I could actually be something, I started putting a lot more work, which like is the reason why I can jump high now and like move better and shoot better and all the other things, because I believed in myself before anyone else did. So
I think that's big for sure. Just you believing in yourself, putting in that time, effort. Like back then, like from the videos and stuff that I'm talking about, you definitely weren't the player that you are today. You weren't. I don't think you were bad, but you definitely have grown a lot as a player for sure.
I was pretty bad, but like let's just get that out of the way. I was terrible. Like looking back at some clips, I'm like, wow, like there was a lot of things I could have worked on for sure.
But you came a long way.
I mean, you did too though, no cap. Cause I'd be looking at videos of you. I'm like, bro, you was skinny as hell. Like,
facts.
You had no muscle. But I mean, same for me though. I have nothing.
Yeah, I really just started to get like somewhat even like stronger and bigger and stuff. Just started really taking weight serious. Really during the Corona time. How did the coronavirus impact your mindset just as a person and just as a player?
Well, luckily during Corona, I had a bench press and we used to just lift all the time. And like that was like my weakness was my weight. Like I feel like I was strong, but I was strong and like I was strong minded, but I wasn't strong bodied. You feel me? Like like no matter how strong you are mentally, I feel like physically you got to be strong as well. So like that took me a lot of like it took me a lot to like realize though. And then like during quarantine, I just started lifting a lot. I gained like 10 pounds of muscle during quarantine, which helped me a lot. And just like figuring out my diet, figure out what's bad and what's good for me to eat, and it really helped me like for today. So that's good.
That's crazy because I honestly did the same exact thing. When I came home from school in March, like my max bench on the bench was like 175. I was lifting like 4 times a week. I was eating a lot of food, drinking protein shakes, that whole deal. I know you know like that whole
Yeah,
idea. But
exactly.
I had a bench press at home. I was lifting heavy a couple times a week. I gained like 10 pounds of muscle. So like you said before, like I wasn't really as strong, but now I'm a lot like stronger. What was it like when you first got to West Orange High School?
Oh, you know, that's actually crazy. So like when I first got there, I was 13 and I was on varsity, and a lot of people on the team were like 15 and older. So like when I started playing good and stuff like that, they didn't really like that because when I first got there, it was during the summer, and my birthday's in the summer as well. So I turned 13, but then I turned 14 like a little bit later on. But they didn't like the fact that I was basically just killing them at the age of 13. So they started like telling me to. They started telling the coaches for me to play on JV just for like a, I don't know if it's like a dignity thing for them or whatever, but like they didn't like the fact that I was like on varsity. So like I played JV because the coaches basically told me that they wanted me to start off in JV, knowing that I could play varsity. I actually was on the varsity team from my ninth and 10th grade year. Then I transferred. But then that ninth grade year, it was just so much. It was so much controversy. A lot of my friends that I grew up with in middle school got mad at me, were like jealous of me for playing like on varsity because they thought like they were better than me at the time.
Right.
But I'm like, that's not my decision that they put me on varsity, not you. Like obviously they saw something in me that they didn't see in you. So yeah, I was like the petty. They're just petty, honestly.
Yeah, that's like that's actually just lame, honestly. People, but I mean that's normal. That's typical. People don't understand the work that you put in is not the same as what they did, and you're not the same player.
Yeah,
There's levels to it, and that's just it's good that you got out of that situation. Talk about going to Windermere and just building something real there.
yeah. Okay. So Windermere opened up a whole platform for me. When I first got there, we went to we went to a camp in Stetson. Like our very first games together were we didn't have any seniors. Like we had no seniors. It was just juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. We went to a camp in Stetson. We lost all 4 games there. But it's what I did individually that like got a lot of coaches' eyes because I'm guessing a lot of coaches were there from like Stetson. So I got my first offer that week at that camp. No, actually, a month or two after the camp, they actually hit me up later saying that you got an offer. But I got it from playing good at that camp though, and that right there like opened up a whole platform for me. And then later on, like you know that week where it was like a bunch of coaches can call you and like just hit you up and just say like, hey, we're on, like we're gonna talk to you and stuff like that. Like
Right.
that week, like that was crazy. Like it was so many things it was so many like schools that I thought I could never like reach out to me, and I was like, yeah, like Windermere doing something right for me because yeah, like both of the coaches there, Coach Grisick and Coach Trey, they apparently they know a lot of people. So and I was like, all right, like I had no idea they knew all these people, and they actually helped me out with the recruiting process. So I big shout out to them.
Yeah, I actually met your coach Grisick. I actually met him one time. I went to hang out with my high school coach. My high school coach and him are good friends, and I think we were at a St. Leo game or something like that, and I met him and talked to him a little bit. He's definitely like a
Yeah.
basketball mind. I know he's definitely a good coach. Talk to me about your
Oh,
relationship with him.
oh, he's a great guy. Honestly, like there'll be times where he'll text me and say, like, hey, like we're gonna have the gym open at 6 a.m. before school starts. Like, you want to go ahead and like get some shots up, work on your dribbling, just little stuff like that. It showed that it was more than basketball. Like he cared about the relationship that we had with each other, and it was obviously more than just like how many points I scored or how many rebounds I got. Like it was beyond that. Like he just wanted to build a good relationship with me because he knew I came from a good family. he knew I had a good attitude and stuff like that. So he just wanted to make sure like I was not only was like the team okay, but was Dakota Rivers okay, and that's what was important. So
I think that's important, just having that kind of relationship with your coach, because when you have that kind of relationship, when things get like rocky sometimes between you, you know that it's all coming from a good place, and they can just always relate to you. Like, I think that makes a big difference, like having a good
right,
relationship with your coach.
for sure, for sure.
What were you able to accomplish overall at Windermere?
All right, so I don't even know where to start, honestly, because there was a lot of things that happened to me those 2 years. It just happened so fast. So one, I won like AA player of the year in like in the county and like the little in the region. And this, I don't know what it was called, but it was like, but then I came runner up with like player of the year in my conference. Now I lost to CJ Walker. You know who CJ Walker is. He go to
Of course,
UCF.
he was at this.
So
Yeah, of course.
he was obviously gonna win because the amount of progress he made from a recruiting standpoint was ridiculous.
Bro,
Like,
I know the same video that I was just talking about with us playing at the best of the best. CJ was at the same camp. I'm gonna find the videos for that. I'm gonna find the top 20.
no, I know it was like it was the when I had the blue jersey on.
Yeah, we all had different color. It was a whole bunch of
Yeah,
crazy jerseys.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That was crazy.
that's crazy that just how time has flown, like just went by. Like that doesn't seem like it was so long ago, but we've all grown up and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, man. That was crazy. And looking back at it, it's like more than half of them at least like went to college. Like a lot of them like are not really like doing anything anymore, which is kind of sad because like that's kind of like the route they chose. But more than half like decided to go to college. You know, decided to get a good education, stuff like that. So that's good, honestly.
Man,
Just
the
look,
amount of
looking back at it.
the amount of people in that picture that's doing big things though is I'm gonna find that picture. I'm gonna how that.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was me, Scotty Barnes,
I think Trey
CJ
Mann was
Walker,
in there.
Trey Man.
Uh,
Yeah, uh,
Loaded.
there was a lot of people. That was one of the camps where it was like you there was so much talent that we didn't know about until like now. You
Right.
look back at it. You ever see like those pictures of like the people at like at the LeBron James camp,
Mm-hmm.
and you see all those people end up going to the NBA. That's how it kind of like reminded me of. That was crazy. So
A lot of big time players, like you said. No, none of us probably really knew what was in store for us in the future. But it's crazy, just how time has flown and where we're all at.
exactly, that's crazy. Honestly,
So we just touched on the camp scene and stuff like that in your younger AAU days. What was it like throughout your high school AAU years?
high school, I would say it was a lot easier, um, knowing like knowing what I was capable of. Like I knew like at that point what I was capable of, like my strengths and weaknesses, or like exactly like how good was I. And there's times where I was like, I didn't even scratch the surface. And there was times where I was like, all right, like I need to work on this, I need to work on that. Like I would never do something that I know I'm not good at. For example, like if I knew I was just good at like dunking or being in the paint, getting block shots, I wasn't gonna shoot any threes. Cause then like why would I do something that I know at that moment I was not good at? But then at the same time, it's like I knew what it took for me to get more attention. Like I need to get in the gym more and shoot more threes and get my perimeter range and be able to guard like guards on the perimeter and stuff like that. Be able to be like versatile and stuff like that. Like I knew exactly what it took. But then I got injured. I don't know if you remember this. I got hurt like the month before July. And you know July is like the biggest month. Everyone that plays AAU knows that like July is like you gotta be healthy for July. Like it don't matter what you're going through. Like you gotta be there. I got hurt like a week before July, so I missed all of July. Fortunately, I didn't lose any offers. Like they knew like what I was going through was temporary, but they didn't want me to push through an injury that they knew if I healed from it, I was gonna be stronger. So I had all my offers still, and when I came back, I started getting a lot more offers, like just through Coach Grayson and stuff like that. But the AAU experience was good. Like me playing with Darren, Omar, Isaiah was CP25, and CP25 was just they always set a good platform for us, and you know that. Like you just playing with CP25 for a little bit, like they always had like the big stage for us. Like now it's just up to us, honestly, just to play good. So
Just talk to me about that. Just the platform that Coach Ricks, Coach Jamel, like everybody at CP25, like just talk about your whole experience there and what it meant to be a part of that.
It was good, honestly. Like, and to be real with you, I didn't think I was ever going to start for that team. Like, I started for that team for like my second year there. My first year there, I came off the bench, but my first year there, I really didn't even play that much. Like, it took me a lot of work to get to like to even start on a gold gauntlet team, which I felt like super proud of, like even being a part of that. They saw something in me that at first I didn't even see in myself, so I want to appreciate them for seeing that in me. Um, they had the utmost confidence for us. Like they put us on the biggest stages. They didn't matter if we lost every game or won every game. Like they knew like we were good players. Like so for us to even go to like tournaments like in Atlanta, New York, Texas, and we would win almost every game there. It just showed that what we were capable of when we moved on to the next level, like in college. So I give them a lot of respect for that.
What was it like going, like just playing with all of those good players that you mentioned? Like you guys were really loaded for sure. Y'all were definitely a top 2, 3, 1 top team on the circuit your
Yeah,
last
for
year
sure.
for sure. Like you said, y'all weren't really losing too many games. Just a lot
Yeah,
of good players, a lot of talent around. Talk to me about that.
it's crazy because I think all of us, maybe except maybe one, didn't go D1. And like everybody was good. Like we're talking about like mid major, high major, like colleges, and even like even outside of AAU, like we would work out together. Like we'll be fine. Like we would play each other against high school, and like we just built like a really good like relationship. We even had a Snapchat group chat. Like like that stuff like that doesn't happen. Like people like they're on AAU teams like that are loaded like that. They're selfish. They just want to get like their own buckets and just want to like do whatever they want. But we had a bond that we really couldn't. That was inseparable. You know what I mean? And like those bus rides and those car rides going to different state to state, that built the relationship that we had, like the trust that we had on the court. Like if like for example, if I yelled at Omar or Omar yelled at me, like we're not gonna get mad at it because like we know what we want. We just want to win more than the next guy. So like this is how we saw it.
Yeah, you guys, I could tell just from seeing you guys and knowing a lot of you guys. Like I played with CP25 for like a small amount of time, and just from that small amount of time, just getting to know you guys and working out with some of you guys, I just developed a nice relationship with a lot of you guys, and I wasn't even on the team. So I think that just shows like the kind of guys you were and the character that you guys had, and it carried over to on the court success. Like when you like who you're playing with and when you love who you're playing with, like it's easier to like just progress and do better because it's like you're playing for your brothers, like your friends, like
Right,
not somebody you don't really like or care for. So I think
right.
I think the culture there is just a good culture, and it showed throughout you guys' success.
No, honestly, that was huge for us. Like, and it helped me for sure. Like going into college, like just learning how to communicate with certain people. Like you should know who to yell at and who not to yell at, because a lot of people have like different egos and different ways to handle things. So like just like sometimes your tone matters too. Like maybe what you're saying is good, but how you say it can really affect like how people react and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's definitely important. You got to know who you're talking to, and you got to have the right delivery as well as the right message for something to always go right.
for
Like
sure.
after you started seeing success and your stock started to rise, like what kept you just motivated to keep going and just continue to work hard?
Uh, there's a lot of people that I saw ranked above me that I personally knew that I was better than, and then I took that so personal. Like I'm not gonna say any names, but there was a lot of people that I knew I was better than, and so that gave me a like that sense of urgency that I need to be in the gym a lot more. I need to start proving myself a lot more. And I honestly, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I believe I did. I feel like I put in a lot more work every year. Like every single year, I knew there was something that I like. Obviously, like there's stuff that you knew you could have did better, and that's like kind of like the frustrating part. But like I know every year, every day, I did a lot more than I did like the day before. So like I'm happy about that.
I mean, as an athlete, as a person, that's all you really can ask for. That's the best. That's all you can ask for. Just giving it your best, putting your best foot forward. and just letting the results pay off. Obviously, your hard work
Exactly.
is paid off. You're at a nice situation, playing Division I basketball at a high level.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
it all paid off.
So,
Uh,
and then I know I know we had to beat you in the Elite Eight, but
hey, that wasn't. Hey, first off, I wasn't playing. I wasn't
nah,
on that team, but that was Darren and Carr team. But that was still my team. I definitely came to the game.
yeah,
You guys definitely. Oh, you didn't have to bring that up, bro.
yeah,
Y'all did end up beating my guys. Y'all beat them 2 years in a row. So
2 years in a row.
yeah,
Yeah,
you guys definitely Windermere definitely got a nice program over there, for sure.
but so, but low key, in my opinion, I feel like the very first, like when I first got there, I feel like that team really did build the foundation for like years to come, though. So I'm proud of myself for that, building a good program, like building a good foundation for like the future.
That's big time. That's how I feel about my high school career too. Like I won a district championship. We had a nice playoff run my senior year. And then Darren's senior year, they won a district championship. And then the year after, they won a district championship. They would have made it to the state Final Four both years after I left if it wasn't for you guys beating them 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So I definitely think the same kind of thing is just they just didn't pull it out. What would be the biggest advice you would give to somebody that's going through their recruiting process?
Oh, that's a great question. Honestly, I would say be patient. Like if a coach calls you and they're saying they're really interested in you, most likely they really are interested in you. But it like don't ask them like, are you gonna offer me? Are you gonna do this? Like they saw you once or probably twice, and they're just really interested in what you're capable of. If you keep asking them like, hey, are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do that? It's gonna keep drawing them away. In my opinion, I feel like if you just keep being consistent, keep doing what you do, like just do all the good things on and off the court, just keep doing the good things in school. That scholarship's gonna come. And little do you know, you're gonna be on that campus working out every day. You're like your dreams are gonna come true, but at the end of the day, you just gotta be patient. Like if you just want to rush things, like nothing good comes if you're rushing things. Like honestly, everything takes patience. Like you think LeBron just became great overnight? Like absolutely not. Like he took his time. He worked out every day to get to where he is right now, and that's how I see it. Just be patient with everything, and just honestly just pray things will go your way because we all go through adversity. Like little do we know, like every day there's something wrong. Like not every day is gonna be a perfect day, and I think every day you just gotta take it day by day, and just make sure you're doing the right things every day, just to keep yourself in a good position to be successful later on.
For sure. I think that's definitely important. Every day definitely isn't going to be just a perfect day, but you just got to figure out a way to get through it and just be productive and just keep pushing.
Exactly.
So after you finished at Windermere, you decided to go to Florida Gulf Coast University. Talk to me about what it was like just getting the FGCU and living the college lifestyle.
When I got there, it's literally a beach. It's literally a beach. Like where I live, you could literally walk 10 steps to like this like on campus beach, and it's just like I was out there almost every day, just laying there in the sand, and I didn't care how much sand was on my back when I was done. Like it was just so nice. I was in peace. Like I just felt like, and like low key, like I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but I was so happy I was gone from home. Like I love my parents and everything, but I was like, I need my space. I needed it so much, and and during the summer, all it really is just basketball and class. That's it, and like that's all I wanted too. I didn't want no stress. Of course there's gonna be some stress like ever so often, but that's life, honestly. But it was obviously much less stress. It's just me, basketball, school. I talk to my family every so often, but it was nice, like just getting to know a lot more people. Um, at the time, like this was before Corona, so I could actually socialize a little bit, and it was nice just getting to know a lot more people and just getting used to the whole college environment. So it was nice.
It's definitely it's kind of a relief just being away, being by yourself, just away from your parents and just being on your own. Like I understand exactly what you're saying. Obviously, you love your parents and you appreciate them and stuff like that. But just being away and being able to be on your own time, make your own decisions, like it's a lot
Yeah,
different.
for sure.
What's it been like being a student athlete, and what are some of the challenges of being a student athlete?
Well, there's so many challenges because then people like, well, first of all, like especially now this year, like everyone wants to hang out with you. Everybody wants to like hang out with the basketball team. I would say just because we're basically like the biggest sport here. So like, and like you gotta be smart because first of all, you gotta say no because you can't hang out with no one because they don't get tested the same way we get tested. And you just gotta be smart with who you hang out with or who you even come in contact with because like yeah, we do have in-person classes that we have to go to. So like even then, like you gotta be smart. Like you can't even like give no one like no dab. Like you can't be doing none of that. Like you just gotta be smart with who you talk to, who you touch, what you touch, and just how you how you go about yourself because like a lot of people are gonna try to tempt you to do things and it's really hard. And there's times it's really hard to say no, but you still gotta say no. So
Like we don't get tested as much as you guys because I don't like we just don't have the resources as a junior college, but like we definitely are all just being encouraged by our coaches and just by ourselves trying to hold each other accountable, just staying away from people as much as possible that's like unnecessary and just trying to be as healthy as possible.
from a social aspect, I would say like it's just hard like to even like make new friends around like nowadays just because like we're basically like self quarantining but going out. You know what I mean? Like we're self quarantining but we're going out respectfully. Like we're only doing things under like basically what our coaches want us to do. So like for example, if we got practice, we'll basically just be in our room all day, like do like our homework or go to study hall and just go to practice. And it's just like a repetitive thing because we're really not trying to get in trouble with like anything with like the school because the university don't even want like the athletes like getting involved with other people. So and if one person on our team gets like COVID or like or anyone in the athletics or like if it's like a really serious issue, I think they're shutting down the whole program for like at least 2 weeks. So that we don't want that, especially during the season. It's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same here. Coronavirus is just kind of taking over really, and like just in general we're on the same kind of time. We don't really hang out with too many people, and
Yeah,
our facilities are only open to the athletes. Only like regular students aren't allowed to like come in the gym and lift weights like normal. It's just a lot of uncertainty around this season, just in regards to COVID. So I know we both are hoping that we get to have a full and like a
yeah, for sure.
as close to normal season as possible. I know it won't be completely normal, but hopefully we all get to play, just all athletes, period. We all get to play our seasons and
Yeah,
show we
it
can.
would never be normal. It would never be normal again. I'll tell you that. It would never be normal again. Stuff like this, it changed the whole dynamic for years to come for sure.
Yeah, COVID, man. Sheesh.
I feel like at points it was good. It was good that I had some isolation to figure out a lot of things for myself though. Like there was a lot of times where I needed some self realization. I was like, yeah, I kind of needed this space, like this isolation from other people, just to figure out what do I want in the future, like you know what I mean? Like, is this what I really want? And just a lot of realization. I'm like, yeah, this is for sure what I want, and I'm gonna work towards it. You know what I mean? Like, cause last year as a freshman, it's so stressful, like going to college, and it's like things aren't going your way, and it's like, are things gonna get better? Like, things will get better with time. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta put in the work. You just gotta be patient. Just keep praying. Honestly.
Yeah, my freshman year kind of it had a lot of ups and downs. I'm sure you could definitely agree. Like it always doesn't go your way, but you just gotta figure out just how to keep going. Like you're definitely gonna be tested, just mentally, physically. Just your freshman year is always, well, in most cases, it's pretty tough. So just like you said earlier, just praying and staying prayed up and just having faith, working hard, like all that, it just definitely pays off. What's your mindset going into this season?
Um, to win every game. I don't care who we play. Like because obviously we're gonna have some ups and downs this year, and that's what we gotta look forward. Like we gotta look. We're praying for the best, but we're expecting bad things to happen. Like because like we don't want anything bad to happen, but like God forbid someone get COVID, then we're out for 2 weeks, and then like just stuff like that. But my mindset is just no matter what the circumstances are, just be ready. Honestly, just be ready for whatever comes at you. Be ready for it. Whoever we play. I don't care. I really don't care who we play. I just want to win. And last year, I was so tired of losing. And this year, we have a whole new group of guys. Like we got like 7 new players, and all 7 want to win. Literally, all 7 want to win. And last year was just so bumpy. But this year, I see us winning a lot more games and a lot more positive results this year. So
For sure.
yeah,
I think Florida Gulf Coast, you guys have for sure Dunk City, you guys have a culture of winning. And last year we talked about it before, just you guys had a young team and you guys were just trying to figure out the college game isn't easy to winning one single college game isn't easy. So when you have a lot of young guys, it's kind of like it's tough. You got to be able to start, play in the middle, and finish games. It's not easy to win. You guys had a bumpy season last year. But the
yeah,
way that you feel and you feel refreshed and like that you feel like this season is going to be a good season for you guys, I think that it definitely will. You're speaking into existence. I know you guys are working hard, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys put out on the floor this year for sure.
yeah, for sure.
What's your why? Like, what keeps you motivated to just keep going hard and pursuing your dreams?
I would say my why is just for my family. Like I want the best for everyone. I want the best for myself. Let's just get that out of the way. Like I want myself to be successful, but like I want my family to be successful as well. Like my family, they work every day, and I just want to be so successful one day that they don't have to work no more. And I want to just like make everybody in my family happy, and that's what's my goal. Like just to make sure everything in my house, so, like we don't have to worry about anything. Like I just want like us to worry about nothing, and that's what just keeps me going. So.
What advice would you give to somebody that's up and coming that's just trying to make it?
Just continue to keep working. Like, be the first one in the gym, be the last one to leave. Like, don't ever have that mentality. Like, hey, I'm gonna just do it later. Like, do it now. Like, nothing's stopping you. You know what I mean? Unless like something really is stopping you. But if nothing's stopping you, just do it now. You know, a lot of people took advantage of like the gym before COVID happened, and you see like we can't go into the gym for like 5 months now just because of COVID. So like every chance you get, take advantage of like getting shots up and getting a lot more work in, or even just like running sprints on your own. Like just get your conditioning, build your wind. Like this is the little things. Like get in the gym, lift something. Like there should like why not work out? Like give me a reason why you shouldn't be working out. Like you want to be here, but you're not putting the work to be there. So I would say just keep working, be patient, and just trust God that He'll make the right decisions for you.
For sure. Big on trusting God and putting God first.
Yep, for sure.
All right. So now we're going to do the speed round just to wrap things up.
All right.
What's your number one thing to do in your free time?
Oh snap. Probably just work out. I'll probably some time to work out or play 2K with my like I don't know like online or something. I don't know.
For sure. Describe your game to somebody that's never seen you play before.
Athletic. I'm super athletic. I'm my head's above the rim every time I dunk. I can shoot. And honestly, like, no, I don't know. I'll just say I'm athletic. I'm a high bouncer.
I'm gonna say athletic, versatile.
Yeah, versatile. I would say that.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
To be invisible, so I get a lot of steals on the court. No cap. Get a lot of easy buckets.
Yes, sir. Where'd your bounce come from?
Oh, I don't even know. I'm gonna be real with you. It came out of nowhere. I would say it literally came out of nowhere. It was just like one day I woke up and I could just jump high. But in reality, a lot of the stuff I do, like my workouts, are like vertical workouts. Like I do calf raises. I went on the Vertimax one time in my life, one time, and I never did it again. It was just a lot of like body weight stuff too. So like I would say it's more like a blessing to have all this athleticism, but I would say I put in a lot of work, like for my calves, and just like I have a lot of leg muscle as well. So I'll say that.
Who's the greatest NBA dunker of all time?
Aaron Gordon, Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your go-to snack?
Oh, PB&J.
PB&J. Okay.
Yeah.
Who are your top 5 favorite rappers out right now?
Right now, all right. Drake, Gunna, Lil Baby, Kodak. Ooh, that last one's gonna be tough. I'll probably say Uzi, Lil Uzi Vert.
That's a solid 5 right there.
Probably. Yeah.
Solid. All right. What's the craziest dunk of your dunk package?
Oh, I don't even know. I've done between the legs before, but that's not even like really that crazy. 'Cause a lot of people do that. I'm working on my behind the back dunk. I'm working on that, but I've done the bounce off the ground while it's in the air, tap it, and then catch it with the other hand while I'm in the air. I've done that before. That actually shocked me a lot when I knew I could do that.
I'm gonna have Dakota dunk somewhere for you guys to see. I'm gonna have all that. Man, the man was on overtime a couple weeks ago doing the. So, yeah. Shout out, man. God.
Shout out overtime.
Shout out overtime. Last question: if you could meet 3 people dead or alive, who would they be and why?
Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson. Pop Smoke. and Pop Smoke and probably Kobe. I want to see Kobe so bad. That was that dude like when the Magic lost to the Lakers in the finals. That's when I gained all respect for. I'm like, yo, this man a killer. This man went ahead and killed my city in 5 games. I'm like, yeah. And I started watching his games. It was crazy. Like even just hearing the news, like that hurt me. Like let's not even talk about that, honestly, because that was a whole different feeling. Because I was like, there's no way he did. Like I remember me working. I was shooting. And I was shooting one of my teammates. One of my teammates said, Kobe died. I said, bro, you lying, bro.
Right.
He said, yeah, in a helicopter crash. I'm like, bro, stop playing, bro. I got 5 more shots I gotta make. He's like, nah, like he's dead, bro. Look at it. After I saw that news, I didn't even finish my workout.
Man, that was a crazy day. I remember I was taking a nap. I woke up and I seen it just trending on Twitter, and of course I thought it was fake news like everybody else did. And then when it came out to be the real thing, it was just crazy. We had practice that day. Everybody's vibe was just off. Like it was crazy. That's still like months, like almost a year later. It's still like unbelievable. Yeah. Like, and
I still don't believe it.
Yeah, it's crazy. RIP to Pop Smoke too. But damn.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Pop Smoke, he went out. I don't know. And you know what's crazy? 3 days before he died, I was telling people like, you gotta listen to this Pop Smoke. Like he going hard right now. Like, and then 3 days later he got shot. I'm like, I can't enjoy nothing no more, obviously, because then Kobe died. A month later, Pop Smoke died. And I was like, all right. Then a month before Kobe died, Juice WRLD died.
Facts.
I was like, all right, this year gonna be wild.
Crazy. 2020.
2020 for you, honestly, bro.
Yeah, only 2020. Well, that's about it for the show. I just want to say thank you again, Dakota, for being a part of this. I appreciate you giving me a piece of your time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, man, taking the time out just to ask me some questions, and hopefully we get to talk again soon, man.
Definitely will, for sure. Let everybody know where they can find you on Instagram, Twitter, all social media.
All right. Hey, my Instagram is Dakota.Rivers. My TikTok is Dakota.Rivers. I actually got a lot of followers on TikTok. I didn't think I would do that, actually. So my Twitter is _Rivers Dakota. And my Snapchat, if you want to add me, is Dakota Rivers with 2 S's. So I got you. There you go. Appreciate you, man.
Y'all go add Dakota, follow him on all of that. Everything gonna be in the description. Everything gonna be on the Instagram page, everywhere. Just
Sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dakota, again for being a part of this, and see you on the next episode.
Hey, man. Yes, sir.